Plenty of preppers spend plenty of brain cells coming up with the perfect plan for how guns will fit into their SHTF procedures, but most don't stop to consider the consequences of actually using those guns. No matter what you're doing, the boom, crack, rattle, and bang of guns will alert anyone listening, good guy or villain, that there is someone nearby that has a gun. That is often not a good thing. Therefore today, we bring you 8 super quiet guns for when shit hits the fan. Number 8. Ruger 2245s, $550. Ruger's 2245s are dynamite pistols, made even better with a contemporary treatment like the work you will find on the latest Mark IV Light series. While they look very Buck Rogers, their aesthetic is thankfully not indicative of a jabroni design. These pistols are all business. Sporting a receiver top rail for easy optics mounting, an excellent control layout, and a high degree of reliability and suppressor tolerance, you can stoke this lightweight rimfire with high-performance 22s, and you'll be slinging hair-splittingly accurate little BBs that are barely louder than an air gun. The combined weight of the pistol, spare mags, suppressor, and a brick of 22 weighs only a few pounds, and will take up little room in a BOB, making it really ideal as a dedicated survival handgun suitable for hunting and discreet self-defense. The 22LR is not the best performing round for self-defense, but if you don't plan on getting into rolling gunfights, it can do the trick. As a total system for survival, this is one that is very hard to beat. Number 7. 45 ACP Pistol HK45 Compact Tactical, $850. The 45 ACP may not be the best thing going for combat handguns anymore, but the old warhorse still has one major advantage over the 9mm. It is very easy to suppress, and we do mean suppress. Standard 230 grain loads are almost always subsonic, meaning you need to do little more than function check and zero your pistol to the can before going all quiet as a mouse while giving up no terminal effectiveness. Among 45 handguns, H&K's HK45 Compact Tactical is damn near perfection. Designed from the ground up as a suppressor-ready host, an 8 or 10 round capacity is a just right sized frame that is shockingly accurate and very reliable. You can also adapt its control scheme to just about anything you prefer, from traditional DASA with a safety and decocker to a consistent action DAO or even single action cocked and loaded carry a la the immortal 1911. There is something to this German engineering thing, it seems, and the HK45 Compact Tactical can be seen as the distillation of all H&K has learned from their excellent handgun lines over the years. For a true fighting pistol that can go quiet with no fuss and no surprises, look no further. Number 6. FNX 45 Tactical 45 ACP, $1,200. With all controls big enough for sure activation, even under stress, and placed in such a manner that inadvertent activation is improbable, the FNX 45 Tactical has an excellent design. But more importantly, this is a pistol that has been designed from the bottom up to function as a suppressor host. A long-lasting threaded barrel with plenty of accuracy potential is assured by a cold hammer forging process in all variants. This DASA handgun includes fully ambidextrous controls, safety decockers, slide releases, and mag releases. It's also notable for fitting 15 rounds of 45 into a frame that doesn't feel like you're carrying around a brick that shoots. This is one handgun that benefits from a lot of engineering, user feedback, and overall refinement, similar to the HK45 CT we mentioned before this. The FNX 45 comes in black or tan and includes an MRDS mount slot. If you're looking for a DASA 45 with mag capacity that competes with most 9mm, the FNX 45 is one gun that should be near the top of your get list. Number 5. Beretta M9A3 9mm Para, $1,100. The M9A3 is one of the newest and best enhancements to Big B's famous 92 series of pistols, functioning as a perfect illustration of all the tactical and practical features that today's combat professionals might want from the breed, while also being designed for full-time suppressor usage with one notable limitation. Aside from the longer threaded barrel and seamless thread protector, the M9A3's most interesting feature is its ubiquitous slide, which can be user-switched from FS and G variants with ease, if you have the parts. For those not in the know, the FS variant utilizes the slide-mounted safety and decocker arrangement, where the G variant is decocker only. No matter which option you prefer, the M9A3 has you covered. The M9A3 also features ergonomic improvements, including a Vertex-style vertical grip that has two significant advantages. It shoots well and naturally, and the thin grips make the long trigger reach less annoying. They're also liked by shooters who have small hands or wear gloves. It also lowers the profile of those carrying the M9A3 concealed. All this adds up to making any combat grip simple and reliable, with crisp checkering on the front and back straps, in addition to a coarse texture on the removable panels. But here's the flaw, and for some an unforgivable one. At last we have a factory combat Beretta with a removable front sight. But someone somewhere approved this pistol for the market with standard height sights, not suppressor height sights. No, oh no, come on Beretta, why would you get into all this trouble of modernizing your flagship pistol and then leave off the suppressor height sights? We are deducting several points for this glaring and expensive omission on what is already an expensive, if upgraded, legacy pistol. But aside from this, the M9A3 might well be the best suppressor-ready pistol for Cold Warriors, or anyone who is already proficient with these pistols. Number 4. 300 Semi-Auto Rifle, Q Honey Badger, $3,200. Suppressed rifles are great. You can really reach out and whack what you need to shoot, while saving your eardrums from the worst of the punishment, and keep from notifying everybody in the county that you just went big. That being said, suppressed rifles as a rule are still loud. One potential solution is to go with hobbled 5.56mm or 7.62mm NATO ammo to try to keep noise down, but you will be paying a terrible price when it comes to ballistics, and often a steeper one when it comes to getting the whole kit and caboodle to run reliably. Some people go the other way. They pick a long gun in a pistol caliber a la a submash gun or PCC, and enjoy a far quieter package with the better accuracy and modest performance those rounds are capable of. That being said, while you may be a top-class Sneaky Pete as you lovingly caress your 9mm roller-locked gun from its 1980s heyday, you won't be kicking arse past 100 yards or so. Enter the Honey Badger from Q, and its premise, which it succeeds at utterly, reads like a fever dream greatest hits mashup. What if you could have a gun as small as an MP5, as quiet as an MP5 SD, that functions like an AR and was accurate and lethal out to 300 yards and even beyond? Our temperature must be high, but they did it. The Honey Badger is a highly refined and slightly modified AR-15 action chambering the Slick 300 Blackout cartridge. For those unfamiliar with this hot rod, the 300 Black is a round that is optimal for 30 caliber subsonic use in the standard AR-15 envelope, and in this platform as quiet as the quietest 9mm submash gun. But by simply switching out a mag loaded with supersonic ammo, you can go from whisper quiet skullduggery to flat-out kicking arse with authority all the way out to 300 yards and a little beyond, all in a super compact and flyweight package. This is a niche gun. The gun is expensive, the ammo is expensive, and not at all easy to find on store shelves or out in the world. That being said, if you want a superbly well-rounded and compact rifle that can be as quiet as imaginable and with just a switched mag go loud and hard with no other changes, this is the current paradigm. Number 3. Revolvers, Ruger GP100, $1,100. A .357 Magnum revolver with a 4-inch barrel and stainless steel finish is quite a versatile, reliable, and easy-to-use handgun. Literally anyone can pick it up and shoot it, whereas a semi-auto will require practice to learn the controls. As with semi-autos, there are plenty of revolvers being produced today that fulfill the above criteria, but the GP100 from Ruger stands out among the rest of its biggest competitors for one reason: extreme durability. The GP100 is built like a tank and was specifically designed by Ruger to fire an unlimited number of full-powered .357 Magnum loads without pause. In contrast to this, many competing revolvers such as those from Taurus or Smith & Wesson may need to cool down after a few cylinders. Otherwise, the cylinder timing could get messed up. For an end-of-the-world revolver that can do literally anything and everything you ask of it, the GP100 should definitely be your top choice. 3-inch and 6-inch models are available as well, and Ruger has recently begun producing them with 7-shot cylinders rather than the standard 6. Number 2. Shotguns, Mossberg 500/590, $600. For shotguns, the Mossberg 500 and 590 series take the cake. They are both widely popular with a limitless number of accessories, and the controls are more user-friendly than the competing Remington 870. The Mossberg utilizes an ambidextrous tang safety, whereas the 870 is not ambidextrous, for instance. Another argument in favor of the Mossberg is the fact that it is the only pump-action shotgun to pass the military's torture test back in the 1980s. Mossberg 590A1 shotguns are still used by the military today. If you truly want a do-it-all shotgun, the most versatile shotgun that you can possibly own, then go with a Mossberg 500 with a 5+1 capacity and buy 2 barrels for it, an 18.5-inch and a 28-inch barrel. The barrels on the Mossberg 500 are incredibly easy to swap out and can be done in less than 30 seconds once you get the process down. A long barrel will be more suitable for hunting and clay pigeon shooting, while the short barrel is obviously the best option for home defense. And why a pump-action shotgun and not a semi-auto? Because semi-auto shotguns are more finicky, and you have to pay a premium price for one that will run reliably, in most cases. A pump-action Mossberg 500 or Remington 870, meanwhile, can be bought at a fraction of the price and will feed literally everything you give them. Number 1. Glock 19, $800. There are a plethora of reliable 9mm semi-auto pistols out there for you to buy, so we can't talk about each of them in detail. We can, however, outline some of the best models for you to consider. As a golden rule, you will want your 9mm pistol to have a minimum of 12 rounds in the mag. This is simply to reduce the amount of reloading you have to do should you have to defend yourself against multiple attackers. The exception here is if you live in a state that is limited to 10-round mags at the most. Furthermore, you need a pistol that is completely reliable and has an acceptable trigger. Also, make sure your chosen pistol is ergonomic and fits well in your hands. You want something you'll enjoy shooting and holding. Something you will likely need to replace on your pistol are the sights a few production pistols ship with night sights, and instead ship with your standard polymer 3-dot sights, which aren't very durable. Out of the choices available, many survivalists would claim that the Glock 19 is the best choice for more than one reason. It's compact and easy to conceal, simple in operation, holds 15 rounds, is very reliable, and has lots of spare parts and accessories. It will also accept larger 17 or 33 round mags for added firepower too. But again, it comes down to what you like. Don't get a Glock 19 just because someone told you to. Get a Glock 19 because you like it. And if you don't, get one of those other options instead. Add a silencer and you're good to go. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.